Well, we're focusing on that this morning. Honorable Matthew Kolawole joins us. Well, he's a factional majority leader. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Well, many concerned about what's going on in Kogi State. Let's hear from you. Why all this?
Well, like some will say, that is an internal crisis within the House of Assembly. There's no House of Assembly without crisis in any way, but the one we saw in Kogi State, I think, is extremely exceptional because I still can't imagine what I am seeing if a section of the House member who has expected to be a lawmaker becomes a lawbreaker. So I find it very difficult to really understand what is really going on.
How did it get polarized in the first
instance? The crisis actually started let me say precisely December 10th, while we impeached the Speaker of the House. But which of the Speaker at that time? The Momo Jimo was impeached by us, including me. I signed for his impeachment for some House internal reason. But the then governor refused to allow the impeachments to be sustained because one of us says his signature was forged, which is the current Speaker, Imam.
How many people signed at the time?
17. Okay. So, but one person says his signature was forged, and after that, the former governor said he cannot really uphold such impeachment. You know, the House of Assembly, the major problem we have is we are not independent. So whatever happened, the executives still have their way of coming into issues. So we were on that till Yahya Bello came in. So he actually inherited the crisis. And when he came in, to me, I believe he actually meant well when he initially came in.
Sorry, which of the groups do you belong to now?
I belong to Momo Jimo group.
The one you initially signed to impeach?
Yes,
at the time.
yeah. Because the impeachment was not sustained and we eventually resolved as a House member, as a family, to come back together as one big family. So we had to continue the legislative issue.
So that's 17 out of a 25-member House.
Yeah. So when the new man came, which is the current governor, he actually says, okay, I am an Ibira man from the central. There's no way the Speaker could come from the same zone where I comes from. And he actually wanted to balance the situation.
Who is the new man?
That is the current governor, which is Alhaji Yahya Bello. So he had a meeting with us and told us, well, my brothers, I am taking, the deputy governor is going to be zoned to east. The Speaker will come to west. And ideally, at that point, we expect him to stop at that. You have done the best you could. And gladly enough, Momo Jimo agreed to resign. So since he has agreed to resign, he should have allowed the House to continue, not saying, this is my preferred candidate. And so he went ahead to say, okay, I'm even zoning the speakership to west, and by such, the Speaker is going to Lokoja Koto. And in the west, we have 3 federal constituencies. Lokoja Koto, the same Lokoja Koto has produced Speaker 6 times. Yaba Federal Constituency has produced Speaker 2 times and produced even Deputy Governor. Acting Governor, and has produced Acting Governor SSGs. Kababuni Jumu has never produced the speakership or whatever. And so those are the explanation we gave to the governor. That's, Your Excellency, based on this reason, allow us.
Was there a meeting with the governor?
Yeah, we met with him on the 2nd of February. That is a week after his resumption. Yeah. He was one that invited us to say, okay, this is what he wanted.
But have you heard the governor say he has no hand in what is going on?
I can't believe that. He is deeply 100% involved in it.
Deeply?
Deeply, I say.
And you had a meeting. Because was he present in at the meeting?
Yeah, I said he invited us for a meeting on the 2nd of February that he's taking Speaker. You know, Faleke was supposed to be the deputy governor. And based on their own internal issue, after he was sworn in, he now told us that he's taking deputy governor to east. That Speaker will resign from the central and come to the west.
Where did Momo Jimo come from?
Momo Jimo is from the central. So at that point, that was where the issue started.
And Momo Jimo agreed
to resign
with his suggestions.
So with suggestion to resign. And don't forget that before...
Did he give a date when he was going to resign?
Actually, no date, but you know, based on his discussion, I mean, I don't know how they came about it because both of them are from the same zone. They speak the same language. So I don't know where they had the meeting to agree. And initially, Mama Jimo was not even in our own group before the governor came in.
So why did he continue?
Yeah, Mama Jimo continued as speaker because after the meeting with the governor that ended in a deadlock, that speaker will come from the west, and the governor did not even stop there. He said speaker is coming from west and it will come from Lokoja Koto, and my candidate is Imam Umar. I remember frowned at it because, frankly speaking, it was the same Imam who raised his voice after 3 days of impeaching Mama Jimo that time that his signature was forged. So virtually you can see the concept that virtually all the 17 members will never go with him.
So your problem is not that he's Lokoja Koto, that he's from Lokoja Koto. Your problem is that he was the one that raised his voice that his signature was forged.
That is one.
That's
two.
One.
Another thing is he was being nominated by the governor to be the speaker. So it is not our own collective decision to make him the speaker.
But you said that Mama Jimo agreed.
No, Mama Jimo, you know, that was I'm trying to explain that before we all came together, in view of the initial crisis, the governor had a meeting with Mama Jimo privately without us. And I think in their own agreement is that, okay, since I am from Ibira, I'm from the central, I will resign, at least to make balancing. We were not there. But in our meeting with the governor on the 2nd of February, Mama Jimo agreed to resign. But where we had issue that day was, this is my candidate, announced by the governor, and even passed a paper for us to sign for the new man to come in. And we said no.
How many of you are in that group?
In our group for now, we are 15. 15 pro Mama Jimo and 5 the other side. And our house, we are 25. As a house of 25 members, we have 5 were asked to go for a run of election, and we're left with 20. And everything we are doing, the law, the constitution does not recognize either somebody went for rerun or not. The house still remains 25 members. So anything we're doing is based on 25.
Well, so you say 25 members.
Yeah.
15 in your group.
Yeah.
And then 5 in the other group. That's not 25.
15 went for a run. I'm sorry, 5 went for a run. 15 members in our group and 5 with them. That is 25.
So how many valid members in the house? 20.
20, yeah.
So
at the time of this crisis,
you're sure that it's only those 5 that are attending the meeting for the other group, because they say they're not 5.
No, there are how many? See, it's funny. That's what I'm trying to say. That you see, as a lawmaker, I don't expect anybody who says he's a lawmaker to be a lawbreaker. You see, these issues, when after we had agreed that, okay, status quo remain, and we went for sitting, the governor sent us his list of deputy governor, we all agreed. We went in and we screened the deputy governor. He sent us a list of 21 essays, we approved. In our sitting, after...
That's the general sitting, before the
crisis. No, you know, after the governor said he wanted this person, that there was a deadlock, we all came together and agreed that, okay, status quo remain. Let Mama Jimo continue as speaker. That was where the issue is. Let Mama Jimo continue as the speaker. All status quo remain. I remain the majority leader. And the governor was never complained of it. He only sent us his list of deputy governor for screening, which we cleared. Sent us the list of the SSAs, which we equally approved. And the next thing we saw was the next week when we were supposed to resume sitting. That rumors start going around that the governor says the Mama Jimo must go, and meetings, deputy governor was calling meeting here and there. And we said, come, if the government, if even the executive is going to be involved in this thing, that should be what we call lobby. You don't just impose a candidate on a whole entire house. What we have seen at this moment is completely impunity and imposition. And on that fateful day, which was precisely on the 16th, we were supposed to resume sitting on the 16th after on the 9th when we cleared the deputy governor. The information came on the 15th in the midnight, I think around 5 o'clock, the games that were going on.